The others were Dan North, the reigning champion, who doesn't seem to be out there this weekend.
No, we haven't seen Dan, unfortunately, this weekend. Not quite sure
sorry,
why.
Somebody come in the pits there, Keith. And
okay,
trying to think of a number. Is it 20?
Sorry,
33.
23.
Number 33. It's Rob Marley, who didn't set a time, unfortunately. Lights are on, and out they go. And we are racing 9 laps in this ThunderBike 500 race. And it is a good start for the number 66 of Ben Round. He will look to take the inside and take the advantage over the number 23 of Adrian Kershaw. Looks like a little bit of a poor start there for pole position, man. Luke McRae, he's momentarily in 4th position. They're trying to go the long way round now on Adrian Kershaw, because I think that could well be Sean O'Hara, who's made a good start and slotted into 2nd place. We'll get confirmation very shortly when they appear back into our site, and it is Sean O'Hara, the number 7 machine with the Dayglow yellow wheels, in 2nd position ahead of the 16 of Luke McRae, watching a long line of CB500s all the way towards the rear of the field, just making the way out of Graham Hill Bend now as the leaders approach clearways for the first time of asking.
You're right, it is a very big long line of them. The last of them are just entering Surtees now, as the leaders already off a Clark curve onto the front straight near the start-finish line, in fact. And we had 63 riders score points in this championship last year.
Somebody going very slowly at clearways there. Could well be one of the retirements, unfortunately. Just waiting for the field to pass, and I suspect will turn right in towards the pits.
Your suspicions have been proven very correct, as we see Ben Round lead the way ahead of McRae.
Yellow flag is down at Haddock Hill Bend, Keith.
Yep, somebody's decided to go gathering the dust there as the cloud gently drifts towards it, and once again the good folk in orange at the bottom of Paddock Hill earn their lunch.
That is Ben Round, who is out in front. Luke McRae in 2nd position. Sean O'Hara up next. Pete Woodall and Adrian Kershaw up next. Of course, Pete Woodall and Adrian Kershaw both won races here at the first round this time last year.
And of course, Pete Woodall is a former champion in MZs and has raced power bikes and all sorts of things over the end. The man not tripping the timing beam, unfortunately, is Simon Finch, which is a great shame, but doesn't look like he'll be taking any further part in this race.
He is up and walking away.
Excellent.
So
that's all we wanted to check.
Side-by-side action for the race lead across the line, 0.01.
Well, Ben Round certainly having a better race than his son.
Hand in the air. Sorry, Keith. Number 56, hand in the air. I think that's one of the McRae's. No, it's John Hamilton, who's potentially going to be a retirement here as well. So number 56, John Hamilton. And he started the race on row number 8 with some 2-stroke friends. He had John Ashmead to his left and Richard Hayward to his right.
Fair enough. Another one of the TZR boys, former TZR boys.
He's somebody down at Graham Hill Bend there, Keith, as well.
That's a good way to dismantle your bike, an interesting way to dismantle it. And again, the rider is about to get up, I'm hoping. Yeah, the rider's to his knees here. I think just a little bit winded, not too wounded, as his machine. The marshals don't mind picking these suckers up because they ain't too heavy. That's the beauty of these little 500s. So it's quickly to its feet. So we're losing a few around the circuit here, aren't we, Bradley?
Unfortunately so. It looks like Abby Marshall hasn't tripped the timing beam there, unfortunately, as the number 31 of Abby Marshall.
Great shame. Abby, one of our leading female riders this year, actually. Oh, certainly last year. And yes, you say that indeed. Poor old Abby tumbles down the order, but she's up, she's okay, she's walking back without any great assistance to the safety of the Armco barrier there. So great shame, Abby, but no doubt we'll be seeing you out later on either a TZR or indeed a rebuilt CB500. Okay, what's happening at the front there? Is it Mr. Round still leading?
No, Luke McRae's pulled the pin on this one, Keith.
Has he ever?
Yeah, 1.2 was the gap last time around. It's now opened up to 1.7 as McRae goes half a second quicker than the 66 of Ben Round in that first split.
We have a lap record.
Oh, go on.
The former lap record here, bear in mind, was set this time last year, 55.762 by Dan North. It's just gone down to a 54.631 by Luke McRae.
Only 1.1 seconds quicker.
Wow.
Some going.
Certainly found some speed there. We're being stalked here, Bradley. We're being stalked by Christy Brinkley. This is trying to look incognito in disguise. You failed miserably, Christy. Right.
Got the race leader here, Keith, coming into, well, race leader now, singular, is Luke McRae. Then it is Ben Round up next, and it's Adrian Kershaw in 3rd position. Sean O'Hara and Pete Woodall in 4th and 5th. Then a bit of a gap back to a lonely ride in 6th position, and that is the number 11 machine of Osborne, but it's not Sam Osborne, it's Mark Osborne, who rounds out the top 6 at the moment. And of course, Keith, within this class, there are the weight classes as well. We have C1, C2, and C3. So C1 riders will be the lightweight essentially. C2 is the middleweight and C3 the heavier weight. But there have been a few amendments from last year to this year with the weight categories, haven't there?
Yeah, they have. I'm not quite sure what we've tweaked here because I've not got my notes on that particular one. I think we're trying to spread things a little bit because obviously C1 was woefully underrepresented, the lightweights, of course, whereas C2 is very popular indeed, and the C3's had quite a few competitors as well.
I can't remember the amendment to C1, but I think C3, it's gone down from 105 kilo to 95 kilo, and that's right away with the gear on.
So yeah, it used to be the heavyweight class was 95 kilos plus. 34 competitors in that. We have 42 in the lightweights, and in the midweights. Yeah, in the lightweights we only had 7 competitors because that was up to 75 kilos. So yeah, not a lot of races around here weigh less than 75 kilos. Well, 7 of them in this class to be exact. So Luke McRae leads Ben Round. I'm impressed by Ben Round though. He's actually finished second in the championship with when it was a No Limits championship.
Okay.
So, okay, slightly inferior championship, but still a competitive championship. You can only beat who shows up. Sean O'Hara's having a good run here, isn't he, mate? He is in 4th place there, so good 13 points in the bag for him. Have we got the breakdown of the classes there? Yeah, we have. So it's going to be the second of McRae. That's going to be, is that Ollie 62?
62 is
or is it Max?
Max.
Max. Okay, so it's Max McRae who leads the way in the heavyweight class. Lightweight class is being led. It's interesting. So Ben Round does actually lead the lightweight class because Luke McRae is in the middleweight class. There we go. So that settles that one. So Chris Rogers just off the podium there in the C3 class. In fact, Colt Dwyer's gone past him on that particular lap, and he's lost 2 places as Chris Rogers, so he needs to lift his skirts a little bit. Former MZ champion there, fastest plumber from North Weald. If you need plumbing in the North Weald area, I will highly recommend Chris. He's done any number of bits of work for me. In fact, I'm sure I've sponsored him for 1 or 2 rounds the amount of money I've spent with Chris over the years. Good three-way battle over the line there, mate. That was them, wasn't it?
Keeping an eye on that one there, yeah. I think 26 Colt Dwyer and 27 Richard Hayward are doing their best attempts to knock lumps out of each other. I think the last 2 laps they've been weaving this way and that way, trying to avoid each other down the front straight, but they came across the line last time around, separated by 0.03 of a second, and the number 98 machine is also in the mix there as well. That's Martin Johns, the man from Bridgend. But watching them as they come through the left-hander at Graham Hill Bend, it is Martin Johns who just has the advantage on Dwyer and Hayward in that order as they go through the left-hander at Surtees. But already Luke McRae is on the last lap now. He's through Paddock Hill Bend, through the dip, and has an advantage of 4 seconds. So good stuff there for Luke McRae. That would be 5 wins in a row here around the Brands Hatch Indy for him. Adrian Kershaw and Ben Round separated by 1/4 of a second. So the fight for second place overall, Keith, is most definitely not over.
The man who was runner-up last year by the closest of margins, that single solitary point, which of course happened when Dan North moved from 6th to 5th on the last couple of laps.
I think it was, yeah.
7 to 6 was it? There we go. It was a minor move that wouldn't really mean much in most times, but of course that was that single solitary extra point that Dan earned there, which gave him a very well-deserved championship because he rode brilliantly all year. Though, to be fair to Luke, he missed the first round, or maybe even the first 2 rounds, I think. So
yeah, he wasn't there at the start, was he?
Yeah, no, so he's certainly, if he's going to put a season together, he's certainly doing it the right way here at the moment as the checkered flag goes in his direction. Second across the line, it's going to be Adrian Kershaw, I think, doesn't he? Yeah, he's just ahead of Ben Round. So that's Rob's round of the C1 win, because Kershaw's also in the lightweight class there. Pete Woodall, that's a very good start to the season for him. He's second in class, but 4th place overall, just ahead of Sean O'Hara, who picks up 3rd in class, 5th overall. Then it's Osborne, Tucker, Dello, Lanson, McRae, Max, who wins the C3 class. Then it's Sugden, Kearney, Johns, Dwyer, Hayward, Ashmead, Stacey, Maud, Rogers. Didn't have a good last couple of laps there. He obviously the race diet's not working out for him very well. He drops to 6th place overall, 19th overall, 6th in class, just ahead of Flint, Grimes, Dorjan, Robson, and then Parkinson, Jordan, Thompson. Okay, that concludes the first of today's ThunderBike 500 races.